today's Monday. I got my music bingo show again tonight. Every Monday, I host a 3-hour music bingo show for usually hundreds of people. Last time I vlogged this for you guys, we did classic rock and deep cuts. Tonight's categories are going to be 70s and boy bands. And the only problem is I haven't played the 70s since we did Christmas. Instead of boy bands, I had Christmas music on top of the boy bands. So I got to go through this box and this bucket here, all 800 cards, and remove Christmas from all of them so that they're ready for tonight. That'll take a little while, so let's get that going.
Two hours later.
All right, that took about 2 hours, but we got all 800 cards shuffled through and ready for tonight. I gotta leave in just a few minutes, so let's get a better shirt on and let's get ready to go. All right, that's better. Now, it is a bit warmer here this week. It can still get a little bit colder as the sun goes down, so I'm going to bring a sweatshirt just in case. But hopefully not, because I like wearing these kinds of shirts on stage without anything over them. But, you know, my red PGA jacket looks pretty good on stage, so. All right, guys, you got everything I need packed in the car. All 800 cards and everything else I need, which is not a lot for this particular gig. So let's get on up there. I'll see you at the venue. Remember how I said usually I get hundreds of people, and last time I filmed this, there were only about 50? Well, something tells me things are a little different this week. Yeah, all right. People are already lining up, so I gotta give them their cards, and let's get started. The line to get cards goes all the way out to that parking lot. And look at all these people here.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I got the short straw. I can hear that. I forgot it wasn't plugged in.
Hey everybody, come on and grab some cards. We got cards up here if you want to play our bingo game, and some markers. And we got 70s and boy bands this week.
Yeah, he was having a lot of problems last week.
All right, looks like we're all set up. Let's get ready to go.
All right, everybody. It is after 5 o'clock, so we're going to get started with bingo. My name is Tyler, and I'm going to be your host this evening. We've got the 70s music out there tonight, and we've got boy bands, which is a category we have not seen since September. Well, here's how this game works. I'm going to be playing a series of songs, and you've got a card full of the artists in front of you. Your task is going to be trying to figure out who the artist is of each song. If you win your bingo, 2 things will happen. 1, I do have prizes up here, but you gotta come up and sing it. And 2, there's tradition for everybody else to boo at the winner. So if you get booed at tonight, that's because you won. You did it. It's okay. If you want to start on the 70s side, make some noise. And here we go, first artist. Here we go. This is the Osmonds, first artist. After the Osmonds, here's the voice you'll know. She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. After Tom Jones, this is Wings, Paul McCartney and Wings.
Who's the guy back, Jack? Making new plans, stand.
This is the Village People, the Village People.
I can see all obstacles my way. Gonna be bright, so bright.
After Johnny Nash, how about this one?
This is the original version of this song.
DJ Thomas, the original version of the song. Welcome to No Blue Suede. This is the original. We got two here. After DJ Thomas, Ron and Sue both got the first. Everybody erase your boards. Let's flip over to the boy band side next after DJ Thomas sings a little bit more. Make sure you're on the boy band side of your boards. And this is just any band or group made of men. That's what this category is. So, all decades here. Let's start with one from the 90s first.
Do you have the time? Right now I'm feeling everything all at once. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps ending up.
This is Green Day.
Maybe it's the way she walked, and we danced all night till the best song ever.
This is One Direction. One Direction. Let's go a little rock here, 80s.
What I say, don't be laughing.
This is Poison. After Fall Out Boy, here's another kind of punk rock band here. After Nirvana, let's go for one where the drummer for Nirvana became the front man of this band here. After Foo Fighters, Mark, one the next thing. All right, here we go. First artist on the 70s. Here it comes. This is Elvis Presley. After Chicago.
I'm the man who when I was young had no girls and that's my own thing on the crocodile rock I never will.
Everyone's taking it out. After Elton John. This is a later song from this group. This is the Jackson 5. One of the last songs they did as a group. See it if you want me.
We're just about an hour in. We're already to our fourth game now, as opposed to a couple weeks ago. We only got 3 games in 90 minutes.
After the Voodoo Dolls, rock, round the neck, After Scare, this next band here were the first band to ever have all 4 members release a solo album simultaneously in 1978, and Scare here appeared on one of them. This was the band that did it.
You need my love, baby, so bad.
After Kiss, it was Gene Simmons' album that Scare cameoed on, by the way. Let's do this one, which was recorded on a rooftop.
Take that test. Turn and face it straight.
This is David Bowie.
We just got back from intermission. I had to throw on my jacket because it got a little bit cold out here. It's only about 60 degrees out, but it's still cold enough for me to want to wear the jacket. I could probably be good without it, but you know, I got it. Why not put it on?
Texas Fast Club Days. These guys are coming back around.
Every time I gotta go and
This is Green Day. Green Day back around. Let's go for these guys next. We'll slow it down here.
While easy like Sunday morning.
After the Commodores, how about an early New York punk band? the remote. After Earth, Wind, and Fire, let's go 80s hair metal. The Motley Crew here. Diane, won the next bingo. Everybody had a hard year. Everybody had a good time. Let's keep that energy going here. Some more movies. This is John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John from Greece. Lean on me, now be your friend. Younger than the mountains, take me home. Country road. This is John Denver. I've been down before. Running alone, I'm singing away, thinking about my love. Oh, well. After Steve Norton and Layla got the final bingo! Please erase your boards and tap your markers and please bring them back up to the stage. Until next week, I hope to see you guys again soon. And thanks so much for coming out. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, guys, we got everything we need. Let's get out of here. It's such a nice night out. And that show went really well, and I felt like that was really nice. I finally had a big crowd. It's been so rainy and cold over the last few weeks, particularly on Mondays, that we haven't been able to get a decent crowd, and we finally got one. There were probably about 750 people tonight because I have 800 of those cards, and I only had about maybe 50 left at the beginning. People usually leave as the show goes on, but you know, to start off with that many, it's always going to be a good night. There are probably still about 500 people left at the end there. All right, but it's time to go home and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm hosting a trivia game here on this same stage at noon tomorrow. So I got kind of a quick turnaround, so it's time to go home and get some dinner and get ready for tomorrow. It's my first time hosting the trivia game on this stage, so I'm a little nervous. If there's a lot of teams, it's gonna be a little bit harder to keep up. But I'm confident I can keep up with it. I'm gonna do my best. But all right, guys, I'll see you guys then. All right, good morning, guys. It is now Tuesday. I'm just getting ready to go to the trivia show soon. It's about 10:30 right now. I just received my questions for today, so I was just looking over them to make sure they look all good, just to double check them. And they look pretty good. So I think we can print them and we can get ready to go. We got to go in about a half hour here. This trivia game runs 12 to 2 on Tuesdays where I am. So definitely an earlier gig compared to what I'm usually used to. So it's nice to get it out of the way and then have the rest of the afternoon afterwards to just kind of chill out and have a little time to relax before tomorrow's gig. All right, so let's get these printed out. There we go. All right. Got them. That's about all the prep I need to do. I just need to go make sure I have everything in the car. Since this is at the same venue that I host my bingo show at last night, I don't need to bring my own speakers or anything. I use their sound system. So all I need to bring today are materials for people to use, like pens, those rule sheets I showed a few weeks ago, and then the pads of answer slips so that they have something to write on to hand into me for their answers. But other than that, we don't need a whole lot, which is nice. I think I'm going to go get all that together, and I'll see you at the venue. All right, guys, we made it to the venue. It doesn't look like there's as many people here today as there were last night. I don't really know what to expect for a crowd because I've never done this here. So somebody else usually hosts this particular show. I'm covering for him today. I expect it to be more crowded than what I usually get on my Thursday shows. But if not, I mean, I'll take that because it's already hard enough to keep up with like the 15-ish teams I get at the restaurant I do on Thursdays. So if I got more than that, like I was expecting to have like 20 to 25 teams here, and that's going to be hard to keep up with. If I get less than that, might not be as hard as I thought. So hopefully this will be a quick and easy thing we can get done. Let's get in there and just start getting ready. I left myself plenty of time. There's nobody really here yet. So I'll just have to get in there and just wait for people to show up and just hand out materials as they come. This is all I need. It's easy. Yeah, see, this is all we got so far. There's like 5 people out here. And now, just like last night, I gotta get my computer set up and get organized with all my materials and get everything ready to go. So we're just handing out materials and we're gonna get ready to start in just a few minutes. My audience right now doesn't look like a whole lot, but I do have 20 teams in my spreadsheet here, so that's already gonna be a lot to keep up with. That's gonna be the challenge, but it's gonna be fun. We're gonna make it fun.
All right, folks, let's begin our game of trivia here. Welcome. My name is Tyler. I'm going to be your host today. How many people is this their first time playing our trivia game here? Wow, that's a lot of you. That's good. Okay, well, here's how this game works. This is going to be one big, long trivia game of 6 rounds, 3 questions each. Each round, you will receive 3-point wagers. You'll get a 1, a 3, and a 5-point wager. But you only get 1 use of each value per round. So for example, if on round 1, question 1, you know the answer, you're certain you know the answer, you want to get as many points out of it as possible, you can use the 5 points. But you can't use that 5-point wager again until round 2, until the point values are set. You'll be left with your 3 and your 1. Wager is a loose term. You don't lose points for getting it wrong. It's just you're assigning the question's value based on how well you know the answer. So for each question, you'll write your team name on one of those slips I gave you, your wager on the line that says points, and then your guess for the question, and then bring them on up here. I have a bucket here for you to leave your answers in. And the top 3 teams with the most points at the end of the game will take home the prizes. We have prizes to give out, and we have some bonus prizes to give away throughout the game as well. So, all right, you'll hear the categories of each round before the round begins. So here we go, round 1. Your first 3 categories are children's books, music, and literature. Here we go. What is the name of Miss Trunchbull's famous torture device in Matilda? Wager wisely, and here we go. All right. What is the name of Miss Trunchbull's famous torture device in Matilda? It is called the Chokey. The Chokey. Music is the next category. Damon Albarn was the lead singer of a band called Blur, and what other feel-good band? Feel-good is your big clue there, so good luck. Damon Albarn was the lead singer of a band called Blur, and what other feel-good band? Feel-good hinting to the song title, Feel-Good Inc., which is by the band Gorillaz. Gorillaz is the band that you're looking for. Gorillaz with a Z. We have one more question here. Whatever you have not wagered yet, you'll wager here. Literature is the category. It's the final question of round 1. Time for some poetry here. How many total syllables are there in a haiku? Good luck. Question was, how many total syllables are there in a haiku poem? The answer is 17. 17 is the answer, yes. Okay, that is the end of round 1. So we're moving on to round 2. Your point values reset. What song keeps playing on the radio when Phil wakes up in the movie Groundhog Day? The question was, what song keeps playing on the radio when Phil wakes up in the movie Groundhog Day? It is Sonny and Cher's I've Got You Babe. I've Got You Babe is the song that plays. We are heading into our halftime question now. This is a 5-part question. You get 2 points per correct answer. You don't have to wager anything. Name the members of Fleetwood Mac who performed specifically on the Rumors album. Good luck, everybody. I did not plan this song to play, but oh well. All right, So the question was to name the 5 members of Fleetwood Mac when the album's Rumors. There were 5 members. You get up to 10 points here, 2 points for correct answers. The correct answers are Mick Fleetwood, John McVie, Christine McVie, Lindsey Buckingham, and Stevie Nicks. Those are the 5 members. A lot of people got all 5. We are through our halftime now. We're going to head into the second half of our game. Your points are now going to be 2, 4, and 6 from this point forward.
This is a marathon right now. It's really tough to keep up with. There's so many teams.
Mrs. Robinson by Simon & Garfunkel is featured on what movie soundtrack? It is called The Graduate. The Graduate. Next one is science. According to NASA, what is the oldest and fastest spinning planet in the solar system? Only one team managed to get this one right. The oldest planet and also the fastest spinning planet in our solar system, it is Jupiter. We have one more final question for you. This one is a wager of anywhere between 0 and 12 points. But this is the only question that if you get it wrong, you will lose the points you wager. Put these rivers in order of length, going from longest to shortest. We have the Ganges River, the Amazon River, the Mississippi River, and the Nile River.
Just finished the game. My phone stopped recording at some point during that, so we just finished the game. That was very stressful. We were only about 9 minutes over the 2-hour time block, so not too bad. All the answer slips I went through, all the big box here. That was really hard to keep up with, but we did it. It was a long 2 hours. It felt like I was up there forever. Question after question, just doing my absolute best to be as fast as I can, to enter in all the scores that I got. We're all done now. I'm tired. Now it's time to go home and get some lunch and just kind of rest and relax for the rest of the day and enjoy this beautiful weather. So I'll probably see you guys back at the house. A little stir fry for dinner, not bad. Had a little bit too much sauce in there though, it was a little too much. In a couple days on Friday, I'm performing live music for the first time in about a month because live music gigs has been a little bit slimmer compared to the other DJ and trivia, other games I host. I was thinking I want to do some new songs to my set list. I'm going to spend the rest of this evening trying to practice up a little bit and maybe get some new songs in my repertoire.
Somewhere to go. Want you to make yourself at home and stay with me. Late outside, I've been crying all night long to talk to you. When I think of those eastern lights, my nights are getting strong. Little downstairs, someone save my life tonight. Then my sound is so you see, I dominated we.
Alright, I think that's about enough for tonight. My voice is kind of tired from using it for the past few days, so I'm going to give it a little break and work on some more tomorrow. Alright, so I'm just going to chill out here probably and maybe work on a couple things like update my Facebook so that all my gigs are posted there, make sure they're all good, and probably do a little promoting for some of the gigs coming up in the next couple of weeks. Close out the night with that. Tomorrow I have a private event, kind of similar to the DJ gig I did a few weeks ago. So I'm going to get prepared for that. And then I'm probably going to have to bed kind of early tonight. I didn't sleep the best last night, so I probably want to get a good night's sleep tonight. All right, guys. Well, I'll probably see you in the morning. All right, good Wednesday evening, everybody. I'm just heading out to my next gig this week, which is kind of an easier gig. I'm kind of just providing some soft background music for a nonprofit organization during their fundraiser. I probably won't bother filming tonight since this video is already getting kind of long and there's not a whole lot to see specifically tonight. And we still got 2 or 3 more gigs for this week coming up. So I'm probably gonna just fast forward to Friday because I got that kind of slower show tonight and then I got my trivia game tomorrow night. But since we already had a trivia game this week that I showed you, I don't want to overload this video with trivia, make it too boring. So I'm probably just gonna fast forward to Friday because that's where I'm performing live music with guitar and vocals and everything, and that's something I have not showed you before. That'll be a little bit more interesting to see my setup and see me perform a little bit and see what kind of real gigging I'm trying to get into as I try to get on that road to stardom and get to Nashville, because I'll be performing my own songs. I have about 6 of them now worked into my set list, and I perform a bunch of covers too. So I'm gonna get these 2 gigs done tonight and tomorrow night. Let's fast forward to Friday now, and I'll see you when I'm getting ready for my live music. All right, guys, happy Friday. It's now Friday morning. Just finished up some last minute tweaks. I'm making a set list right now. Then I got to go pack the car, my equipment. I got to eat lunch, and then we can go up to this gig. It's a 2-hour gig, so I'm just going to finish making the set list now. And let's get ready to go because it's coming up on time to go. I got this big JBL speaker with extensions in it that come up. I have it on this dolly because this thing is very heavy, so it's not fun to lug. So I have this little dolly here so I can wheel it around at my gigs. Got some stands here, mic stand, guitar stand, music stand. Don't always need them, but just in case. Guitar cable here, some power cables, extension cords. I already have mic cables in the trunk. And then I had this little bag here. This is where I keep all my small miscellaneous stuff like a capo, a tuner, and microphone, and all those types of things. And I'm gonna bring a fan today because it's very unusually warm here today in Florida. It's 82 degrees outside right now, so. All right, so let's get on up there. I'll see you up there. All right, guys, we have made it to the venue. I got about 40 minutes until I'm supposed to be starting music. Usually it only takes me about 20 minutes to get set up. It is a little bit of a walk for me to schlep all my stuff, so let's get that going. Try to be a little bit quicker than usual, and let's just get set up. Let's do it. Right. Usually I start with the stands here. I usually start with all my stands and whatever other loose stuff I can get, like in my bag and stuff. And I bring it in just to make sure the area is all set. And then I grab the big stuff like the JBL, the guitars, and all that. It's pretty warm out here. I'm kind of glad I brought that fan. All right, here's my little space. This is where I set up and play under these umbrellas. Let me finish unloading the car and let's get set up. I use these clamps here to keep my book on the stand in case it's windy and might blow over.
So guys, anything else today? Okay.
Here's my board right here on my speaker, the JBL speaker that I got. I have 2 channels here. This one's for the guitar cable, and channel 1 I use for the mic. I have very simple controls here, treble, bass, and reverb. There's a button that controls all those effects. I have regular volumes here, and I have buttons for compression for mic or line kind of input. This is for if I wanted to run directly in from a computer, and Bluetooth is available as well. I got a master volume here, and I have an aux cable channel here, and then I have a monitor channel. Very simple board, but very useful for a solo performer like me. All right, so yeah, that's about all I need. All I need now is the guitars, and we just get those plugged in and set up and sound check, and then we're ready to go. And I still got about 20 minutes to spare here, so it is really warm out today, so I want to make sure I stay cool. I brought some Powerade and make sure I had water as well. 2, 1, 2, checking. It's a bit windy today, so I'm gonna put this windscreen on the mic to keep from like dirty noise blowing through the speakers. There we go. I also have this pick guard here on my microphone, so I can stick some picks in there so that if I drop one, I can easily just pick one right off the microphone and continue playing without any notice. There we go. They wedge right in there. I can just pick it right off, put it right back in. Nice and handy. Very cheap tool too. All right, now we've really got everything set up back there, so I'm just gonna play some music over the speakers until it's start time, and then we'll get started, and we're gonna have a good show. So I'll see you guys after the show.
Music seen with these, moving on our way, with no price to pay, no fees. Come on, play your role. Feel the noise from within, feel it in your soul. It's time for the ride to begin. We come so close, but never far. Got the bass from that guitar for the night of the century. Lay down, Sally, rest you in my arms. I've been crying all night long to talk to you. The why I can see you next weekend. She told me I could. Something tells me I'm into something good. You got to hide your love away. You're the kind of girl who likes to keep her mind clear of all the twists and twirls that made it life with fear. Well, there's no reason to be afraid, 'cause I'm with you now, and that's where I'll stay. And everything is good when I'm with you. You can tell everybody this is your song. Hope you don't mind, hope you don't mind. Gotta put that in words. In the cradle and the silver spoon, yeah, bought through the bed on the moon. The moments that we shared, you got into my heart. Not only am myself to blame for allowing it to scar. And none of us are flawless. I am no exception, but I need you just to listen to me. Please, Miss Perfection. Please give me one more chance, and I promise all my love. Sometimes all of the little things are what matter the most to me. And all those feelings in my heart connect with me so close. They speak to me. And all the things that you show keep me calling. And all of my memory come running back to me. Got to keep their lunas on the back. The lunatic is in the hall on the dark side of the moon. Thank God that our sun is in tune, but the sun is eclipsed by the moon.
Thank you so much, everybody. And I'll be back with another full set of music here till 5 p.m. tonight. So thanks so much. Stick around if you're enjoying it. I've been leaving, floating down the street and losing touch with all that's real. Deep inside the mom again. Is that why you're gonna be? Oh, one night, hypnotizing, mesmerizing me. Looking for another who won't blow my cover. It's so hard to find. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Falling in love with you. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's funny how time doesn't fly until you don't want it to. From back when you waved goodbye, my brown eyes turned to blue. Now I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, I'm sitting here thinking about how I miss the way you held my hand. Now I'll never seem to feel again. Why can't we go back to when we loved like there was no tomorrow? Now I miss the way you said my name. Now I'm never gonna feel the same. Why can't we go back to when we loved like there was no tomorrow? I'm a believer. Yeah, I'm a believer. Thank you, everybody, so much. I hope you've enjoyed the music. Yes, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your evening. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. Have a good night. All right, guys, that's the end of my show. Time to pack up. I'm very tired, so I'm very glad. My voice is very tired from using it all week. So it's time to pack up and get ready to go.
For this Chinese, I'll find out ahead of time what golf course we're going to be at. The reservation, let me know. And we'll. We thought it was cool. So, they're bringing me ready.
Becky sends down an envelope.
All right, now I got all my stuff taken down. I just got to take it out to the car. All right, let's go home. All right, guys, I just made it home. I'm very excited to go in and get some dinner because I am very hungry right now. It was very warm today, so it did take a lot of energy out of me. So it's going to be good to get some food and just kind of chill out for the rest of the night. 5 days of gigs in a row. I got a nice weekend here where I can kind of relax and recover. My voice is definitely suffering since I've been using it so much this week. So I'm excited to give that a bit of a rest and just kind of chill out for this weekend. And I'll see you next week. Wednesday evening to you guys. I'm running a little behind right now. I'm hosting my music bingo game show in a new location tonight. I'm covering for one of the other hosts, and it has been a weird day out here today. Earlier, it was pouring rain, thunderstorms, and it's been super windy all day. They've been giving us warnings for like tornado activity and all that. Apparently like half the country is like under severe weather warning today. Like half is in tornado watches and half is in blizzard warnings. That's just wild weather right now. I'm on my way out for this new bingo game show. It's a new venue I've never been to before, so I'm gonna bring you guys along and let's check it out. I'm told that this place actually has the sound equipment and bingo cards already there and supplied for me, and all I have to do is bring my computer. But I'm gonna throw some of my equipment in the trunk just in case, because it's a new location. It's not a place I know very well, so just in case I need anything extra, I wanna make sure everything goes well, so I'm gonna load the car right now. I felt myself pack the car for you guys, but the wind keeps blowing over my phone, so I'll just see you up there. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be fine. All right, guys, we just made it to the venue. I got plenty of time, actually. I'm here about 50 minutes before the show starts. So I'm just going to go in, check it out, see what I got to set up, see where the sound equipment is that hopefully they have for me. I got bingo cards with me that I'm planning to play because I think as I talk to the other hosts that I'm covering for, these guys haven't played one of my games before, which is the Deep Cuts game. I know I did a vlog of that already a little while ago, the one where I did it in like the freezing cold. It was like 30 degrees, but these guys haven't done it yet because it was a game I created. So I don't know if many other hosts have done it. There's a bunch of these games around Florida that my company hosts. There's a bunch of us that host this game. It just so happens that my particular game where I live happens to be the biggest, but there's a bunch of these. So what I'm doing tonight is covering for a different location where the other host is preoccupied. So I'm gonna check it out. Like, let's see what kind of crowd we got. Let's see how this goes. I'm excited to do it for a new crowd and excited to check out a new place. It's right on the lake. It looks really nice. So let's go check it out. I'm gonna leave my stuff besides my laptop in the car for now and go scope it out first and then come back and get what I need once I know what I need. It's also beautiful out now. It was really windy on the way here. Like you could feel it while driving in the car, but it's really nice out now. It really cooled it off. It's so nice and dry. The place does have everything I need. All I need is these cards. This is easy. Gotta set everything up. These were obviously repaired. There's like a makeshift key in here that loosens and tightens it, and they got this with wire attached that looks like an old phone cable that they used to attach the bolt to like slide into each slot as you raise the speaker stand. A little DIY fix here. And it barely works. Do 7 here. It's a pretty big place. Thing hurts to spin. All the same stuff I have in my trivia gear that I use for my company is all in here, so we're just gonna set this up. I'll probably show this more tomorrow since we got trivia tomorrow. If you want to see how this sets up, it's the same way that sets into that soundboard. I have the same system, so I'll show that off a little bit more tomorrow. I'll just show what I can tonight because it's a little small in here. I got a little bit more cramped space compared to what I'm used to. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This XLR cable is huge. It's like 50 feet long. This is all I got for extension cable, so I gotta plug this in somehow. Hopefully it'll reach this. I'll just have to move it over a bit, make sure it's not hanging like that. There we go. Okay, so they're saying that they usually put a speaker outside, and it's usually the one on the stand, and the other one usually just sits here on the table. So I'm gonna take that one down and rearrange it and bring it outside, I guess. I guess that's how that works, and we just gotta run the cable out through the door and then just have the one speaker outside and one speaker inside. So we've got one speaker out here. Hopefully the wind is not mighty enough to blow this over. I doubt it, but you never know. It's been really windy tonight. All right, we should be just about ready now. All right, we got that door propped open now so they can hear me outside, and then I got the Wi-Fi password, so we're gonna connect real quick here, and let's get going.
1 2 1 2 check 1 2 check 1 2.
Now I understand why there's a long cable, because I want to be able to walk outside.
1 2 1 2 1 2. Can you guys hear me on here?
All right, looks like it's working. And outside. Sound good?
Okay, without further ado, let's get started. Let's start on the regular classic rock side. Let's begin with this band here. Here we go. First artist. This is the Cars. The Cars. This is Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath. After Black Sabbath, this is Alice Cooper. We don't need no thought control in the classroom. The wall. This is Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd. After Mountain, we'll go for this one next. Turner Overdrive, BTO. You'll know this by one note here. After the Beatles, staying in the 60s. After the Kinks, this next band, my family and I used to be friends with the lead singer way back in the early 2000s. This is Boston. This is a band called Foghat.
My tripod fell apart and I don't know how to put it back together. I can't figure it out, so I'm gonna have to record the rest of this either by hand or just popping it on my computer. We're into our second game now, the first game of deep cuts, and we're going pretty good. So everything's going all right.
Oh, you might recognize his voice.
See the face on the TV screen, coming at you every Sunday. One man is me.
This is Genesis.
Try to do all those things the best I can. Try to find my way to the same old camp. Good times, bad times, you know I've had my share.
This is Led Zeppelin.
Good times, bad times, you know I've had my share. Got one up in a hot Dixie cup. My flavors again to be satisfied. Yeah.
After Van Halen.
I love the bass line of the song.
This is Michael Jackson from the Bad album.
And the feeling's right. Oh, this is ladies.
After Kool and the Gang, Lynn won the next beer. Bingo!
To play another game of deep cuts, so we're doing another game of deep cuts before we go back to the regular one. I like that. It's my game. I'm proud of that.
Same old ball and chain.
This is Motley Crue. After Billy Joel, this one's a bit deeper here.
You're looking at the good old nights and right. Of the pain. That's why the man is calling Mr. Speed.
This is Kiss.
Fire and water, make you that daughter.
This is the band Free. After Pink Floyd.
There's gonna be a jailbreak.
This is Thin Lizzy.
Repeat itself time after time.
This is Ozzy Osbourne.
With the covers pulled up over your head, real place so no one can see that world.
This is Tears for Fears.
But I like it, yes I do.
This is the Rolling Stone. All right, we got time for one more game. Let's flip back to the regular classic rock side and we'll finish up on that side.
All right, we're into our last game. I'm only allowed to play 4 games at this location, so this is game number 4, and then after this, we're all done.
In the night, on the road and I'm flooding with disaster.
This is Molly Hatchet. Got a little talk box here.
Shoving away,
After Peter Frampton.
bleeding baby, and lady, marry a music man, lay me down and she's so glad.
This is Queen.
All right, guys, we just finished our 4th and final game. We had our all winners, and everything went well. It fit the 2-hour time block just perfectly, almost. And so we just got to pack it up now and put everything back downstairs while I got it, and we're good to go. It's a very easy gig, very light crowd, very simple game. Nothing like my big 1,000-people show every Monday. And since my tripod kind of fell apart and I can't get it back together and record and set up and stuff, I'm just going to pack up real quick and head out. It's not too much to see anyway. I'll show you guys more tomorrow. But so I'm going to finish packing up here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's gig.
All right, guys, happy Thursday morning. I'm actually on my way out right now. I'm going over to my partner from the new show I was offered, the variety show I was offered, and we're gonna go rehearse a bit and just like think about what we want to do during the show and think about what songs we can play. I've got my electric guitar and my amp in the back, and we're just gonna go over there and see what we can do. I don't know if I'll film it. It's up to him. I don't want to film on him if he doesn't want it to be filmed, so I'll see what happens. But if not, I'll see you a little later. We got trivia later tonight. If we can film, then please enjoy that part.
I don't wanna stop complaining, but you know there's always rain in my heart. Oh yeah, what do you make me do? I got a peaceful, easy feeling. You can't hide your light. It's a girl, my lord, in a flapping voice. We may lose and we may take it easy.
Thanks, you too. Bye. All right. Well, that was fun. I see this going pretty well. I didn't film a whole lot in there. I filmed just a couple songs, but I think we sound really good together. And I think with the addition of the tracks, like it kind of gives me liberty to do whatever I want to throw in there musically with my guitar. And also I can like kind of jump in with vocals. And it also opens the gate for me to do other things, like we were talking about doing like stuff with TalkBox. You know, it's like those are the kind of liberties that a track allows us to have. Like we don't have to rely on having a band. We have to rely on keeping with the track and making sure we match with the track. But being able to pull out gadgets like TalkBox and stuff to like wow the crowd, I think that'll be really interesting. And a lot of ideas are like kind of filling my head right now. So I'm gonna go home and make a list of the songs we just did and send it back to him. And we'll continue to rehearse as the weeks go on. We're planning to do this show in about a month. So this is kind of demanding to get this done. But I'm very quick at learning songs on my guitar. And I think you could probably learn some of the vocals very easily on some of the songs I know. So I think this could work. I think this could happen. I'm gonna go home right now, and I got a little bit of time before trivia. So I'm just gonna go home and kind of chill out and work on some stuff. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, guys, it's just a little bit later in the day. I basically came home and started working right away on like mapping out this show because my head has just been filled with so many great ideas, and I just love what's playing out in my head that could happen with this show. I'm just eager to get going. Like, it's kind of hard to explain. This is such a unique idea that I've never, like, when I think about it, like, I don't even know how to compare this to anything else. Let me close this so that this light isn't really in my way. That's better. Okay. But so, like, this is basically a musical variety show that we're doing. Like, we kind of want to play the comedy factor in this particular show. I want to have some serious music so that because I don't want to be so goofy that it takes away from the fact that we musically know what we're doing. I want to have some professional music in there, some tight songs that we're good at, so that the audience knows we actually know what we're doing and we're true musicians. As the show devolves, it's going to devolve into a more informal, funny, comedy, goofy, maybe even raunchy kind of material. We want you to remember that we are real musicians and that this is all on purpose. That might even make it more impressive to play something goofy and wrong on purpose, or make it like sloppy, and it's just going to be interesting to see what happens. I think this could be really well. I could see the audience really loving it. And I love what I see like down the road for this, because if we can work this out and make this really good, like I think this could be a huge hit. Not just where we're performing it, like it could be like possibly a touring act, because we're basically marketing ourselves and branding ourselves as a variety show that kind of gives us liberty to do whatever we want. And so the show can always be different every time. The show can always be changing, which makes it so much better for people who want to come and see it again. They know they're going to get a different experience every time. It's kind of like you're in a like home run type of show where it's like you get so much demand to want to come back or to come do it again, because every time it's different, Our capacity is only 220 people. If we get like 1,000 people asking for tickets and they're like, whoa, we can't even hold that demand, we have to add more shows. And then all of a sudden now we got like a week of shows lined up to do it like 5 times, and it's always going to be different. Being a variety show lets us do whatever we want. We can play our own songs, like I can play my originals. I might be using some more toys in this one, meaning like TalkBox or my keyboard. One of our agents mentioned kazoos on our last meeting. Immediately, I thought of the song Corporal Clegg by Pink Floyd. It comes off a Saucer Full of Secrets. There's like a kazoo solo in the middle of that song. It's like, wouldn't that be so funny to just like, we're playing this song and then all of a sudden I turn around with a kazoo, keep the audience on their toes, laughing and having a good time. I'm talking a lot, but this is just, it's exciting. This could just be like a big step to get my name kind of out there, But I did get my trivia questions and I do have to leave for that in a couple hours, so I probably will start looking over those. And I'll see you guys in a little bit when we start getting ready for that, because we got a nice trivia game to play tonight. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. All right, guys, it's time to head out to trivia. I managed to fix my tripod from last night, so that's good. So I'll be able to film more tonight. I'm sorry about last night. I know it was kind of odd, and I didn't film a whole lot because it's just a very slow game. So last night, but tonight will be more entertaining. I think it's trivia again, like I do every Thursday. I've filmed it in a few vlogs already. If you want to check out the other ones, for me, it's fun to vlog the trivia for you guys because you can play along if you want. You can leave a comment, see if you know any of the answers before I give them away. And luckily, the car is already packed from last night because I brought all my equipment in case the sound equipment there was faulty. And so I left everything in the car, so I got everything I need already. And so now we can just go. So let's get on up there. All right, let's get set up and let's get going.
One, two, there we go.
There's people playing outside, so I gotta put a speaker out the window right here.
How's that? Can you guys hear me out there now? Good. Way in the back, can you hear me inside over there? Can you guys hear me over there? You can hear me good? Good.
All right, looks like we got 14 teams. We got them all entered in. Let's get this game started.
He said with confidence.
All right, everybody. Looks like we're ready to start. So welcome, everybody. How many people, this is your first time here? At the bar out here? Anybody else first time at the bar over there? This is gonna be one big long trivia game. 6 rounds, 3 questions each. Can you guys not hear me? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. What happened to my speaker here? This was working on that. What happened? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Pardon me, folks. I had this was working a minute ago, wasn't it? Let me see what I can do here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Hello, 1, 2, what the heck? Let me just try something real quick, sorry about the delay. We'll see if music works through the speaker. That speaker's just busted. Folks, please stand by for just a second here.
I had to get another speaker. My speaker broke, so let's see if this works. If this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Raise your hand if you're playing outside here. All you guys? So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do here. So to my people on the inside, my right speaker stopped working, so I only got one speaker. And I got people outside playing. So I might just have to pick it up like this and pan it around so that everybody can hear the question like this. And we'll just have to go like that. So I was trying to use this big thing, but I couldn't find a microphone for it. I'm gonna do my best here. Like I was saying before, this is one big long trivia game of 6 rounds, 3 questions each. Each round you will receive 3 point wagers. You'll get a 1, a 3, and a 5-point wager. But you only get 1 use of each value per round. If you get the question wrong, you do not lose any points. Is it working? What the heck? All right, can you guys hear me? All right, well, we'll just be prepared if it stops again. As I was saying, 1, 3, 5, 1 use of each point value per round. Listen for your name. Did I lose it again? Okay, it's gone. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, this is going to be interesting. Okay, listen for your team name. Listen for your team name as I call it. Feel free to give a shout out. Clueless. Where's Clueless? There you are. Tipsy Trio. Tipsy Trio. And my last teams that just joined, I have Smartinis are outside, I think. And the Big House. Oh, okay, it's back again. All right, we're just gonna have to keep playing this bait and switch. All right, before I lose my speaker again, let me do the first question. Here we go, round 1. Uranus has the distinct feature of being the first planet to be discovered with what? I'm not gonna bother trying to do music, because I'm afraid to do anything else.
think we have 16 teams now.
Can the smart TVs out there hear me? 1, 2. This went out again, didn't it? 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh my God. Last call, anybody? Last call. Last call, anybody? Outside, last call. The first question was, Uranus has the distinct feature of being the first planet to be discovered with what? The answer is telescope. It is the first planet to be discovered with telescope. Telescope is the first answer. In Jaws, what is the name of the mayor who didn't want to admit the town might have a shark problem? In Jaws, what is the name of the mayor who didn't want to admit that the town might have a shark problem? Last call, anybody for answers? Last call, anybody still working? His name is Larry Vaughn. Larry Vaughn. We have one more question of round 1. The category is sport. It's back again? Oh my God. We have one more question. Nope. It has to do with something with this, doesn't it? Every time I move this, why is moving this affecting that one? Maybe I should try switching the chords. Hold on 1 second. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nope. Wait, now this one's working. Was that one working? 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. This one wasn't working a second ago. We'll see if this one continues to work. Okay. The category is sports. In 2003, Serena Williams was the sports woman of the year, while which athlete claimed the sports man of the year in 2003? Who was it?
Alright, in case you didn't see what's happening, one of my speakers is not working, and it keeps cutting out, so every time it cuts out, I have to pick up the speaker, walk around with it like it's a boombox.
Claimed Sportsman of the Year in 2003. It was Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong.
Okay, things seem to be running smoothly now, so we'll just continue the game and hopefully things go well, but man, I hope it stays working because this is weird.
All right, I have my winner here. The question was, how many total words are there in the 7 original Harry Potter books combined? The correct answer is 1,100,086. Only 2 guesses were over 1 million, but they were not the closest. The closest was a guess of 980,000 by All About the You. All About the You. So I'll be down to give you a prize in just a few minutes. In the meantime, let's continue on with round 2 here. Television is the category. Here we go. Demonstrated by Phoebe in the holiday episode of Ted Lasso. Halitosis is the medical term for what in regards to the mouth? All right, that was a quick one. Last call, anybody? Halitosis is the medical term for what in regards to the mouth? It means bad breath. Bad breath. Here we go. Food and beverage, 1, 3, or 5. Before becoming a kid favorite and dentist nightmare, what soda was originally created to be a mixer for whiskey? The correct answer is Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is the correct answer. Mountain Dew. Science, here we go. Perhaps having something in common with Sally, what does a conchologist collect? Don't overthink it. What does a conchologist collect? Yeah? Perhaps having something in common with Sally. Oh, I get that now. What does a conchologist collect? Good luck. That's the end of the first half of our game. We have a halftime question for you now. This one is a 4-part question. You get 2 points per correct answer. Name the 4 main ingredients in beer, generically speaking. So, we were looking for the 4 main ingredients for beer. We have hops as one, yeast as another, water, and grain. If you wrote the name of a grain like wheat, malt, or barley, if you wrote the name of a grain, I gave that to you. Last call on this one. The question was, in which U.S. state would you find star garnets? The only other place to find them is India. The correct state is Idaho. Yes, you said Idaho. Which pirate captain is elected Pirate King in Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End? It is Elizabeth Swann. Elizabeth Swann, portrayed by Keira Knightley, who was named captain also in that movie, goes on to be voted as Pirate King by only Jackie herself. In 2019, which MLB team was at the center of a sign stealing scandal? The correct answer is the Houston Astros. The Houston Astros is the correct answer. We have one more question before our final question. One more question of regular play. In the Big Bang Theory, which of the main characters is an astrophysicist? It is Raj Koothrappali. Rajesh Koothrappali is the astrophysicist. Our two teams tied at second will need to play a tiebreaker question. Martinis and all about the use. This is going to work like a bonus question. Whoever's closest to the right answer will take second place, and who's not will take third. The tiebreaker. This is a crazy one. This one we're looking for a year. In what year did Rome fall? Here we go. All right. So the correct answer when Rome fell was in 476. Smartinis guessed 1524. All About the U guessed 1420. So All About the U is 100 years closer. So All About the U will be our second place team, and the Smartinis are our third place team. Thanks so much again, everybody, for coming out to play my game. I'll be out to give your prizes. Out to see you next week. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks so much.
That was a long game, stressful, a lot of weird issues going on, but we got through it. We did it. It's a little bit later now, so we're just going to break down quickly, and we'll get ready to go. All right, we're good. Gotta slap all this stuff back to the car, and we're good to go. So I'll see you guys back in the car after I get it all loaded up. All right, what a night. Okay, that was the most hectic trivia game I think I've ever hosted, at least at this location. So I didn't get a whole lot of chance to explain what was happening because I was just trying to problem solve in the heat of the moment. So I don't even know what happened. So one of my speakers just stopped working and kept cutting out. And I had a lot of people on the outside wanting to play. So I had to put one of my speakers out the window, which only left me to use one on the inside. And that was the one that wasn't working or that kept cutting out. So the inside, which is where the majority was, couldn't hear me. But if I took the one from the outside, then the outside people wouldn't be able to hear me. So it's like, what do I do? Like, what can I do in this moment where half of the people won't be able to hear me? Like, how can I play this out? And so for a few minutes, for the first few questions, I was grabbing the one speaker that did work, holding it up while talking and just panning it around and just repeating myself a bunch of times so that everybody could hear what I had to say. I did that for about 3 questions, and that was just, I was like, oh my God, am I gonna have to do this the whole game? Like, this is just hectic. I don't want to get complaints from people not being able to hear me. And so I was just like, oh man, this is crazy. And then after about 3 questions, I decided, let me try switching the cables, because the one speaker kept coming back And then as soon as I would touch the other one, the one I was picking up that was working, the other one would go out. And I'm just like, why is this speaker affecting that speaker? Like, they're two different cables. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. And that tells me that there's a problem inside the board. Had that happened before where the board shorted out and both speakers didn't work. So I had to use a giant karaoke speaker that the restaurant happened to have, which I tried to use tonight, which you might have seen a little bit of. But they couldn't find the microphone that connected to it, and my microphone didn't have the right cable to connect to it. So I couldn't use that. And that ended up being a waste of time trying to lift that up on the stage because it was heavy. So when I switched the cables, all of a sudden it was working. So I got both working. I got one out the window. I got one up on the stand, and I didn't touch them. I was like, okay, we're leaving it. It's working. It's good. So that's what happened. And we were able to get through the rest of the game after that. But it delayed me like 20 minutes getting the game started. That's the only problem. So it's now about 8:40. We finished the game around 8:25. It went a little bit long, but at least we got through it. You know, I never want to bail. You know, the show must go on, you know. So I never want to give up unless it's absolutely like there's nothing I can do. I'm glad we found a solution. I'm glad we were able to get through it. And I would have gotten through it if I had to hold it up like that the whole night. It just would have been kind of miserable and hectic trying to also keep score while having to do that. It was fun doing my music bingo show at a new venue out a little bit further away. It was kind of fun to get out and see some other parts of Central Florida that I don't really go to that often, and the different clientele between different venues that we do this bingo show at. It's interesting. And then tonight was just a hectic, but still good, like we got through it, trivia show. I guess it makes for an entertaining video though. Hopefully that was entertaining to watch. This is Tyler from the Road to Southern YouTube channel. And today I got 2 gigs in one day, and they're very close together. So I'm having to be really quick. So my first show is a live music gig at the same venue I performed at a couple of weeks ago. This is outside live music with an acoustic guitar, a mic, and that particular set of sound equipment. So I'm gonna load up the car with everything I need. Let's get ready to go, because we gotta go in just a little bit. I already have power, my XLR cables, my 1/4-inch cables for my guitar, and all the stuff that I need. So I just need the sound system. I need stands, mic stand, music stand, a guitar stand, and then I just need the guitars. So we'll get those all in the car. Big JBL speaker. And my 4-wheel dolly so that I can reel that around instead of having to lug it everywhere. Okay. I'll throw the fan in there too, why not? It's a little warm out today. All right. We got a little time before I have to leave, so I'm gonna put the guitars in a little bit later so they don't sit in the hot car for too long. Now here's what's gonna make today a challenge. So my first show, the live music show, is at a venue about 30-40 minutes away from me. The second show is only about 10 minutes away from me in the other direction. The first show ends at 5, and the second show starts at 7. So it's about 40 minutes between each venue. So that shouldn't be a problem, right? If I leave at 5 and get there at 5:40, I have an hour and 20 to set up for the next show. The problem is, these 2 shows require 2 different sets of equipment, and I don't have enough room in my car to fit all of it in at the same time. I know this doesn't look like a whole lot, but these speakers are big, and those speaker stands are heavy, and the soundboard is big. So I have everything I need laid out right here so that I can come back to the house after my first show, dump everything I don't need, like my big JBL speaker, the guitars, anything that I don't need for later tonight. Get all this stuff in the car as fast as possible and get to the other venue, which luckily is only 10 minutes away from here. So that's gonna make it a lot more of a challenge, but I'm up for it. I wouldn't have taken the other show if I didn't think I could do this. I have faith. Leave that venue at 5, get here at 5:30, dump everything, pack up everything. So let's see, leave here by 5:40, get to the other venue at 6, and then set up and get going by 7. I think we can do it. But that is why today is a challenge. I forgot I also got this table, this small little table I can set up for my tip jar while at some of my gigs. So I'm gonna bring that for today's live music gig, but this is not something I need tonight. So that'll be another thing I have to drop off here when I get back before tonight's show. All right, guys, got the guitar. Let's get going. I'll see you up there. All right, guys, we made it to the venue. They're schlepping everything I need into the performance area, and we'll get set up and we'll get going. I'm very high energy right now. They're like working hard. Like I gotta make sure we're on time, you know. We got about a half hour until this show begins, and then after 5, it's a race to the other one. So let's get set up and get playing.
Thank you.
All right, easy peasy. Here's my little table I was talking about. Very simple. Now I just gotta get the guitars, do a little sound check, and we're ready to go. So we're gonna get started here, and I'll see you guys after the show. Here we go. Woke up this morning feeling fine. There's something special on my mind. Last night I met a new girl in the neighborhood. Home to have my hand. Do good deed just to one night stand. So I asked to see her next weekend. She told me I could. Something tells me I did something good. Sitting no more alone, you can't go around. At least this telephone, don't to a heart that's you. Why should we be apart? I really love you, baby, cross my heart. Thanks so much. My name is Tyler. I play a lot of acoustic classic rock. I'm gonna play one I wrote for you just right now. Because if I doesn't mean I'd want to go. The peace of mind, the things I've said, don't put the troubles in your head. Because everything is good when I'm with you. You're the kind of guy who likes to keep about me. All the twists and turns that maybe you're life with me. But there's no reason to be afraid, 'cause I'm with you now, that's where I'm staying. Everything's good when I'm with you. Doesn't matter what goes on, know that you're the one. But we're together like before, there's nothing that can stop us when we've already won. So let's not get out now, yeah, that you will lead to death. Separated out, take the goodbyes and leave the rest. There's only time for good energy. There's no room for negativity. Everything is good when I'm with you. Everything is good when I'm with you.
So she brought the needle now, she can't walk the dog. I got to walk the dog. Here's one that's a bit more recent here. Did anybody watch the Ringo show at the Ryman Auditorium? That was pretty cool. I figured I should do a Ringo song here. What would you think if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? I'll sing you a song and I try not to sing out of key. Oh, I'm gonna have a little help from my friends. Oh, I'm gonna try the little help from my friends. I want somebody to know. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you have the time of your life. So you think you can tell heaven from hell? Hot ashes for trees, hot air for a cool breeze. Oh, lead roll in the gate. Is on the grass. Got to keep their lunas on the path. And if the dam breaks open many years too soon, if there is no moon upon the hill, see you on the dark side of the moon. After that sun is in tune, but the sun is eclipsed by the moon. Thanks so much, everybody. I'll be back in just a few minutes with some more music for you. I'm here until 5 p.m., so stick around if you're enjoying it. Take it easy, take it easy. Girl, my Lord, let it back forward, slow down and take a look at me. Let the sound of your own wheels make me you crazy. Come on, baby, don't say maybe. Easy. All right. Give me a second. I'm gonna switch my other guitar here. With the string. Ow, jeez. Ooh. Sharp string. All right, we got another guitar out. Let's stay in the 70s with one more Southern rock vibe here. Plans for later on tonight. Little queen that I know I can treat her right. And what's your name? Little girl, what's your name? But you do the same. Come on next year, I wanna see you again. And by the way, girl, what was your name? Long to see the morning light, color in your face so deeply. Lay down, Sally, rest it in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? MLCCR. I see a bad moon rising. Don't go out tonight, it's bound to take your life. I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. He asked me to stay, she told me to sit anywhere. When I awoke, I was alone, whispered and flown. Isn't it good? Norwegian wood. Take my hand. We'll keep with the love song theme. I got one here for you that I wrote myself. I hope you like this one. I foresee your objection, but I need you just to listen to me. Please, miss perfection. Please let me take your hand, and I'll promise you the world. Though it's harder than to bear that we've grown apart, there's still a lot I've gotta say, but I don't know where to start. The moments that we shared, you've added to my heart. Not only am myself to blame for allowing it to scar. Come running back to me, so please give me your answer. I know you've some deflection, but I need you just to listen to me here. Please, miss perfection. Don't take these words for granted. Take me for what I'm worth. Cause I don't know if I can withstand anymore of your rejection. Although it might seem foolish, I've waited for so long, but there's still time to rekindle what was once a great connection. Please give me one more chance, and I'll promise you the world. Thank you so much. Can you hear me say your name forever? And you see me longing for you forever. Would you let me touch your soul forever? And you feel me longing for you. This is the moment of just letting go. This is the moment of just letting go. This is a kind of a rare Michael Jackson song. This song is about a rat. Then the two of us need look no more. But we were looking far. And you, my friend, will see you've got a friend in me.
of a soulless sky. I hope someday you will join us, and the world may live this one.
All right, we got time for one more song. I'm gonna close out with one more Beatles song. If we have Beatles fans, I wanna make sure we got Beatles fans.
A cloud of lucky mountain made the grade. Though the news was rather sad, nobody was really sure that he was from the house of love. Not to turn you on. Woke up, fell out of bed, dragged the comb across my head. I read the news today, oh boy. You know how many holes it takes to build the Albert Hall.
Thanks so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the music. Thanks so much for coming out, and I'll see you again sometime soon. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your evening.
All right, guys, the show is over. The race is on. Let's get it torn down, and let's get to the next venue. Thank you. Fun to do percussion, piano, and, you know, the orchestral section all with one guitar. Thank you so much.
We'll see you tomorrow night at trivia.
Oh, great. Yes. I look forward to that.
You probably think we're like stalkers.
No, I like that
We
people
see you at all these different places. Like,
So no bingo on Monday?
I already asked them.
Or did you already ask them? Oh.
It looks like I'm not on the schedule, so I'm assuming no. But, yeah, week off, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you do well. You have a great speaking voice.
Thank you.
Take care, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it. Broke a string on this guitar. Gonna have to repair that over the weekend. All right, we got everything torn down. Just finishing loading the car. Then we gotta race down back to my house, get the other equipment I need, and race to the other venue. And I don't have a lot of time to do it. So I'll see you at the other venue as I'm setting up. If I make it, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, guys, I'm backstage at the next venue. This place is actually on a stage where it has a whole backstage and stuff, which is really neat. So I didn't film a little bit because I've been starting setups just to make sure I had enough time. I do. I was able to go to my house, get everything I need, get it here, and we still got plenty of time to set up. So let's just keep on going and we'll get the show started. This is another DJ gig, so pretty easy in terms of performance, which is good because I'm tired after that live music gig. I was on my feet for like 3 hours, you know. So let's get this going and have a good night. Yeah. All right, I think we got everything set up. We just got to power on here. I'm powering on a sound system like this where I got a board running to speakers. The board needs to be turned on first. There we go. And then the speakers so that they don't pop. We also want to make sure that these are zeroed on the input or the master, either one, before turning it on. Here we go. There's one, ground zero. We'll raise the sound and do sound check in a second. And now let's do the same with this one. Let's zero that. And on. There we go. And when taking it down, you want to do it the opposite way. Speakers off first, then the board so that it doesn't pop. All right, now let's do a sound check. 1, 2, 1, 2. As you can see, the board is picking up my mic as I talk, so it's receiving sound. The laptop is being a bit slow right now. I think it's a little overheated from sitting in the car for the last couple hours while I was performing, so I'm gonna try restarting it, let it cool off a little bit. We still got a little bit of time, so try to do that, let it have some time so that when it comes back up, it'll be working properly. This is a St. Patrick's Day theme party, so we got green everywhere. And then there's me forgetting to wear a green shirt, but I have a green hat in the car, I might go get it. But then I'll look like Christmas, right? All right, the laptop is playing. Let's go turn up the speakers and see if it's coming out. Let's turn it up. Oh, that's on. Yep, let me turn that down already. There we go. This is the master volume. This is the channel that the laptop is in. This is gonna be my microphone here. Now let's try that again. Much better. We'll put it at about 6 o'clock there, and the master's also at 6 o'clock, and then we'll turn it up from the board. And back to the board, let's do this. We'll keep it at a small level for right now while they're getting set up and started. Let's check the mic. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Sounds good. And of course, I gotta play some Irish music for them now. They'll probably hear this again once we actually get started and everybody's here, because they're still kind of setting up. All right, guys, we're just about to get started. Everything's set up. Everything's good to go. Again, it's just a DJ party, so again, not a whole lot to show tonight, so I probably won't film as much of it, but I'll for sure include some clips. So I'll see you guys after the show, and we'll decompress and talk about it. All right, guys. Well, that was a good show. I was doing my best to entertain everyone. As you can see, I was on my feet, you know, trying to dance along with them and like keep the crowd entertained and all that. I could have made it easier for myself, but I tried to make it as much fun and energetic as possible, even though I was, you know, very tired after my first gig today. In the second half of this one, I was really feeling it. I was like, oh my, I'm sorry, there's headlights in my face right now. I was really starting to feel exhausted. I was like, oh my God, I feel really tired. Like I'm gonna like fall asleep just right here, like on the stage. And I was like, oh my God, am I okay? But I got my second win and we finished the show just fine. I got all my stuff slept up and packed up and ready to go. I didn't bother filming it because I was really tired. I just wanted to get it done as fast as possible and wanted to get out of there. But yeah, we did it. 2 gigs within 6 hours. 2 gigs in 6 hours at 2 different venues, about 30 minutes away from each other. So that was not an easy thing to do, but we did it. We accomplished the challenge. I was able to keep it all perfectly in time, and I was right to take it. I'm glad I took this gig, even knowing I was playing earlier. I know I was very tired, but I'm proud of what we did today. I'm proud of myself for holding out and getting through both of them, despite being really tired and really exhausted. Because this morning I was running around doing errands too. So, you know, just kind of like working on other things, kind of running around all day. It's kind of like ADHD work, you know, just like, ooh, I got to do this for like 1 hour. Okay, now I got to do this for 1 hour. Okay, oh, I got to do this. This opportunity just came up. Okay, now I got to go perform. Okay, now I gotta go around at my house and go perform again, which I like. I like keeping my brain active like that and always doing something different and keeping the variety. That's kind of what I like about being an entertainer, is that there's so many different things I can do and keep myself busy, and so many things, different things to work on. I always have a variety of things to work on, so I'm not just doing the same thing all day, every day. But anyway, 2 good gigs, 1 day. We did it. I'll see you next week. Good morning, everybody. I'm just getting ready for my gig this afternoon. It's at a brand new venue that I've never played at before, and I'm really excited about it because I think this is usually a popular spot, so I think it might be fun to play for some different clientele, and I hope to give them a good show. I think they're gonna like it. But so right now, I just made a set list. I printed that out, got that ready, and now I just have to go load the car with my equipment and get ready to go. This place supposedly is supposed to have its own sound system that I just kind of plug into. I still need a soundboard, which they usually provide, to plug all my stuff into and then run that into their sound system. But I got an email from my agent not too long ago about how apparently it wasn't working, so we had to bring our own. So I'm going to load up the car with everything I would normally bring to a show where I'm running my own sound system. And if I get there and their sound system is repaired, then I can just use yours, and that'll still save me a little bit of effort trying to get that big speaker out of my car. So let's go load up and let's get ready to go. I got about an hour before I got to get over there. And yeah, we're going to have a fun day today. We're going to perform some good music for them. Let's go give them a good show. Come on. And I also got to put a better shirt on, so let me do that too. It's a really warm day today in Florida. I think the high today is 86 degrees. So it's going to be close to 90, what it feels like in the sun. So definitely want the fan today. But it does kind of feel nice. And the air is nice and dry, so it's not too humid out, which is good. Here's all the stuff I gotta bring. Speakers, all those stands, and I have mics and cables and all that back there. So let's get this out to the car. I already got my guitar cable, mic cables, and all that already in there, so that's ready to go. And I got power too. The only thing I got left is my big sign here, which has my name and picture on it and like information and stuff on how to book me, which I put up usually. We're gonna see if there's room for this today. And I don't need the board today, but I need my table. This is a little table for me to put a tip jar on or something and business cards. So I'm gonna bring that, but the board's gonna stay here. So let's get this and the sign I just showed you in the car, and then we're ready to go. All right, we got everything. Again, hopefully their sound system will be working so that I can use theirs and not have to lug mine in there. But it's not that big a deal if we do. It's not far to walk with it. Like the performing area should be pretty close to where I'm gonna park, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. But it'd be nice to use this system, which has surround inside the restaurant and everywhere, you know, just so everybody in the area hears me. You know, that's really what's cool about those kinds of systems. But we'll see what happens. But all right, let's get on the road and I'll see you guys up there. All right, we made it to the venue. Looks pretty nice. It's very packed here. There's hardly any place to park. So I'm looking forward to a big crowd in there. Let's get in there and let's start getting set up and let's see what the deal is with the sound system. And yeah, let's have some fun. All right, I just went and got the lowdown from the managers, who I knew. So this particular venue is very close to where I host my bingo show, my Monday music bingo show that's super popular. And so just walking in, I already had like 5 different tables recognize me from that and be like, oh my God, you're gonna be playing here? Sweet, you know, like all that. And then I recognized some of the managers because they moved from the restaurant that's near where I host. They kind of moved them over here because it's owned by the same company. So I recognize a lot of people here. My first time playing though. The sound system is still broken, so I had to bring mine in, which is a bummer, but not too big of a deal. But it is packed in there. Packed beyond packed beyond packed. So this is gonna be good. Let's have some fun. So this is where I'm gonna be setting up right here in this corner.
Boozy bingo?
No, not quite. I'm just doing music. You can play bingo if you want. You can play guess the artist, you know?
We love your boozy bingo.
Yeah, thank you. This book is where I keep my set list here, and then I have some lyrics here for some certain songs that I might not be 100% on. Most of the time though I am. I don't usually leave lyrics except for very few songs or very brand new songs to my set. I've got this pick card here that I attach to my microphone, and it allows me to stick picks in the crevice here so that when I'm playing, if I drop one, which is common, I can just pick it right out and keep playing right on my microphone stand, rather than have to fish in my pocket for a new one or go on a scavenger hunt on the ground and look for it. Super handy. All right, that's pretty much everything that's set up. I just gotta set up the fan and get out the guitars and do a sound check, and I think we'll be ready to go. I still got a little time to kill, so I'm gonna do sound check and run some music here. But otherwise, yeah, I think we're ready to go. So I'm excited for this. I'll see you guys after the show.
Thanks so much, everyone. All right, everyone, hello. My name is Tyler, and I'm a musician here this afternoon. Hello. So I hope you enjoy this. It's a nice afternoon here under the porch. It's really nice and breezy. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Want an Eagle song, okay. There we go. Sounds like this. Here we go. I just lost power there for a second. Okay, now this song goes like this. Here we go. These things I do, you see I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. You can tell everybody this is the song. Open to mine, got a good time in you. How wonderful life is when you're with no I'm gonna do another one for you that I wrote myself. Still I've got to say, but I don't know where to start. The moments that we shared, you got into my heart. Only I myself to blame for that makes you scarred. And none of us are flawless. I am no exception. You just to listen to music's misconception. Sometimes I want the little things who won't matter the phone to me.
me. And all the things that you've shown, give me coming. And all of my memories come running back to me. So please give me your answer. I know you some reflection, but I need you just to listen to me. Please, let's perfection. Don't take these words for granted. Take me for what I'm worth. Don't know if I can withstand any more of your rejection. And all our nights and foolish, waiting for so long. Still trying to rekindle all these once a great connection. Please give me one more chance, and I promise you the world. Do we have any Pink Floyd fans here? You might enjoy this medley. I wish you were here. With us two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, running on the same old ground. And have we found the same old thing? Wish you were here. Waiting to is on the grass. Got to keep that loons on the back. You shout and no one seems to hear. And if the band current starts playing different tunes, see you on the dark side of the moon. All that you touch, and all that you see, and all that you slight, and everyone to fight. The thing under that sun is in tune, but the sun is eclipsed by the moon. Thank you guys so much. I'll be back in just a few minutes with another set. I'm here until 5, so stick around if you're enjoying it. And I'll see you in just a few minutes. I'll play some music for you. Thanks so much. There is nothing that is wrong. Wrong to stay will be. Don't never leave. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? Lay down, Sally. Nothing to be so soon. Crying all night long. Talk to you. Thank you. Falling in
called No Tomorrow. I've been learning for 7 years on that I left it all behind me. Now I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, I'm sitting here thinking about how I miss the way you held my hand. Now I'm never seem to feel again. Why do we go back to when we got back there with no tomorrow? God was doing set my name. Now I'm never gonna feel the same. Why do we go back to when we love like there was no tomorrow? That I didn't need you anymore. But the body gets off things too. 'Cause maybe then I can show. And I could lie on the inside, but darling, never will be. 'Cause it's all I know, you're the one I need. It's funny how you know what to say when I ain't promised from my heart. But when we come face to face, you never know where to start. So I was sitting here thinking, tell me what you're thinking. Because I was the way you held my hand. Now I never seem to feel again. Why do we go back to when we loved like there was no tomorrow? That was the way you said my name. Now I'm never gonna feel the same. Why do we go back to when we loved like there was no tomorrow? Things used to be so simple. Things used to be so pure. But you settled for comfortable. Well, I am something more. And you see me longing for you forever. Would you let me touch your soul forever? And you feel me longing for you forever. Your eyes is gone before you know. This is the moment of just letting go. She said, if you don't like eternal, it's easy if you try. Someday you will join us, and the world may live as one. You are my daddy girl, and you got me wanting you, honey. Oh, sugar, sugar, I want you to hold up the palm of your hand. Why don't we live there? Is this love? You know it's not the same as it was, as it was. So hush up the John B. Sale. See how the man says sense. For the captain of shore, let me go home. Let me go home. That was a Beach Boys song off of Pet Sounds. Okay, now we have time for no more, but I'm gonna do one more anyway. I thought love was only two in fairy tales, but I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. I'm a believer, I could believe it if I tried. Seems the only thing left I got. When I needed sunshine, I got rain. But then I saw her face. I'm a believer, out of my mind. Said I'm a believer, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm a believer. Thanks everybody so much for coming. My name's been Tyler. Hope you like the music.
Did you become Monday? No. Who went from Boston for?
All right, but anyway, thank you guys so much for having me. I hope you like the music. You have a good rest of your day today. So thanks so much, and I hope to see you again sometime. Thank you.
I just finished the show. All that's left to do now is tear everything down and pack it up and get going. And we're done for the day, which is awesome because I am exhausted. I did 6 shows this week, so this was number 6 out of 6, so I'm very tired. Time to go home and get some rest after I tear all this down.
Mine's already like 9.
My fingers are so afraid from playing and I scraped it on the floor and it really hurts because they're very sensitive right now. Look how worn my nail is from strumming so much. And they get really tired. And then look at these fingers. They're all calloused up and worn out. They're very sensitive right now and they hurt. So I just scraped across the ground. That really hurt. Just the life of playing guitar, you know. All right, we got everything taken down. It's just time to get it back in the car. So let's just go pack it up and we're ready to go. So I'll see you back in the car. All right, everyone. Well, that was a very fun gig. I think a lot of people really enjoyed that. It was definitely more of a vibe of them just wanting to chill and have music in the background, which is usually what it is when I play at restaurants like this. And I know that, like, you know, I'm not trying to be the main event. You know, I know people aren't coming here to listen to music. They're coming here to eat. And I just happen to be a bonus. So when they enjoy it, it really means a lot because, you know, they're not come to see you. But when they enjoy it anyway, it's like, hey, great. I'm glad you liked it. Like, it's really cool. And I got recognized by so many people in there. Around this area where I host my music bingo show, I feel like anywhere I go, people know who I am, which is really cool. It's just like they all know my name. It's really fun. But yeah, so not much went wrong during that. I mean, there was a couple of times where I lost power, like all of a sudden. I think I was stepping on the cord, maybe, my power cord, and pulling it out of the outlet, like, because I had it plugged into a power strip. So maybe just a little bit, like, out just enough to turn it off, which was really strange because it didn't look like it was enough to pull it out, but maybe it was. But so that only happened maybe twice, and then I pushed it aside and it didn't happen again. So I think that must have been the cause of it. But otherwise, it was just a nice day. It was a really good gig out. I played a lot of songs. I think I played 29 today in 2 hours, which is a lot, which is really good. I like having my count up, and I played all my originals for them. People really seem to really like those. So, but that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this performance and this vlog of the performance. If you did, considering hitting that like button down below. If you did, it helps me out a lot, helps the channel grow. And also consider subscribing if you enjoy this kind of content. I upload new videos every Sunday morning of new gigs, performances, Disney adventures, and other miscellaneous adventures around Florida. So if that sounds good to you, consider hitting that subscribe button. And thanks so much for watching again. I really appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you watching this far, and I hope to see you again in another video, and I'll see you next week.